Muy buenas a todos, bienvenidos un día más. Oh, qué bien, el croma funciona perfecto. Bienvenidos un día más, capítulo 4, Monkey Island. Ayer me quedé jamoneando con la gente, así que estaba en plan muy chill y no esto. Así que hoy vamos a hacer el capítulo 4, mañana vamos a hacer el capítulo 5. Empiezo a tener la voz tomada, así que no sé cómo voy a acabar. No sé cómo estaré mañana, pero al menos voy a intentar acabarlo. Ay, madre mía, qué mal. Sin más dilación, ya sabéis, estuvimos dentro del manatí, cogimos la esponja grande y Morgan Flea nos volvió a traicionar. Así que vamos a ello. Espero no toser mucho, porque la verdad...
While searching for a cure to the pirate-afflicting pox of LeChuck, the fates of Guybrush, Threepwood, and Morgan Le Fay are blown off course when they are swallowed by a lovelorn Leviathan. Much to Morgan and Guybrush's surprise, an uneasy alliance to escape the beast blossoms into a genuine friendship between the pirate and pirate hunter. A tidal shift that leads Threepwood to the elusive pox curing Esponja Grande. But Guybrush learns too late that it is the wise pirate who prepares for the inevitable change in the winds as Morgan betrays him and returns him to the scientific clutches of the Marquis de Sange.
Así empieza el capítulo. Así acaba el otro, que nos traiciona el Lefley. Antes de continuar, noto... Uy, no, salir, no. No, ups, no. Debo ser yo, que lo tengo demasiado alto. La cara es un poema. Nos ha quitado el garfio.
$28, $29, 30,000 pieces of silver, mon petit chouchou. Just as we agreed.
It'd better be, or I'll cut the difference out of your fluffy wig.
I got an idea. Why don't you let me go and I'll pay you double what the Marquis is paying?
Don't embarrass yourself, Threepwood.
Oh yeah? I'll pay triple. Quadruple?
Creo que no puedo.
Quintuple? Sextuple?
Threepwood, you grossly underestimate the value of that which courses through your body.
Well, I've got a pretty good idea. Why, my spit alone once won me 8,000 pieces of 8 on Booty Island.
Eso es verdad.
Then you shall die knowing that you gave a priceless gift to science! Finally! I've got this Threepwood, I've got the formula, and soon I'll have nothing left than life eternal! Oh, I'm as happy as a penguin sliding on its belly! What is this?
Ah, it's a welcome back party. I hope they brought ice cream cake.
Guybrush, Threepwood. We've been waiting a long time for this.
Ah, no me lo ha quitado el garfio.
Hey, why can't I stop my legs?
What? No! No, come back!
This cracker croaker's got a date in the court of pirate law! You test tube tinker and Talleyrand!
What?
And then the scurvy dog'll hang.
You! After him!
Hey, I brought you Threepwood, and you paid me.
Claro,
We're done here.
ya está.
We'll just see about that.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Captain Threepwood, having been found guilty of all charges, you will be taken to the nearest ship and keel-hauled until your ravaged skin hangs in tatters from your bleeding.
Guilty? But I haven't been charged with anything yet.
You haven't? Where's that incompetent prosecutor? Right here, Your Honor.
Hombre,
Oh, great.
Sorry I'm late, Your Eminence, but old Stan had to in flagrante his delicto.
cada vez se parece menos a Arturo más.
Belay your excuses, you sniveling sea weasel, and get on with the charges. I've got grog waiting for me at Club 41. Of course, Your Immensity. Your Honor, pirates and wenches of the gallery. Hey, that's us. This evening I will prove beyond a scintilla of a shadow of a doubt that Guybrush Threepwood is guilty of no fewer than 4 heinous crimes.
I thought there'd be 3.
Firstly, that he did knowingly engage in a bar fight that horribly injured the beloved feline of local pirate elder, Hemlock McGee.
Hey, it's too good for it!
Secondly, during this self-same fight, Captain Threepwood spilled boiling nacho sauce on the exposed leg
Ay,
of
Dios.
Bosun Catherine Krebs, hideously scarring one of Flotsam's shapeliest gams.
Get him alive!
Thirdly, that he did conspire with one Joaquin de Oro to craft and sell counterfeit porcelain power pirates. All about spreading the box! And finally, that he folded, spindled, and mutilated this previously pristine ex belonging to Flotsam's newest arrival, Killick Hardtack.
What the heck?
Yeah, he did that to me.
Captain Threepwood, having heard the grave charges arrayed against you, how do you plead?
Alegando locura.
I plead not guilty by reason of insanity.
You look pretty sane to me.
Sure, now, but any second I could start using monkeys as needle-nose pliers, or shooting myself out of trebuchets, or doing strange things with rubber trees. I'm crazy, I tells you. Crazy.
The defendant will cease his inane histrionics, or the court will be forced to yank out his tongue with a rusty
¿Quién tiene la esponja ahora?
fork.
¿Tenemos nosotros?
Okay, no insanity defense. I plead guilty. Will I get out of here any quicker?
Most definitely.
No.
Great. Then I plead.
After the summary executions by keel hauling, hanging, boiling, and scaphism.
¿Scaphism?
Trust me, kid, you don't want to know.
Ah, vale.
Okay, then. These charges are stupid. And believe me, I know from stupid.
Captain Threepwood, you're out of order.
I'm out of order. You're out of order. The whole mizzen-masted pirate legal system is out of order.
The defendant will shut his festering gob before the court shuts it for him.
Do it!
Sorry. I plead 1000% not guilty. Especially that last one about the X.
Very well. Let it be recorded that the miserably guilty defendant has entered a plea of not guilty. Now, who would you like to represent your pathetic case?
Don't you have some sort of public defender?
A public defender? In pirate court?
Ay, ay,
The maroon.
So that'd be a no then. Hey Stan, why don't you represent me? For old time's sake.
You mean those old times when you swindled me out of a ship, stuck me in a coffin for 3 months, scammed my insurance company, and got me involved with high-risk doubloon derivatives?
Yes?
Sorry, kid, nothing personal, but I stand to make a bundle in legal fees off these honked-off flotsamites. They really don't like you.
I guess I'll represent myself.
Captain Threepwood, are you aware of the old pirate court saying? The pirate who represents himself in court has a soon-to-be keel-hauled fool for a client.
Yes, Your Honor, and I am that fool.
Fine! Your move, counselor!
Here's your briefs, kid.
A ver, testigo abuso de consonantes, clasificado X. Plantea que el demandador se espera también perfectamente la buena X. La corte espera que no esté mintiendo. A ver.
Hey, hardtack.
Defense will refrain from addressing the bailiff in open court.
Sorry.
Uy, la esponja está aquí. Vale, no me deja coger nada. Ahí no
Hey,
puedo hablar.
hardtack.
Defense will refrain from addressing the bailiff in open court.
Sorry. That paralyzed cat is creepy.
Se mueve.
That empty nacho plate is making me hungry.
Y la X.
Why is it always an X? Why not T marks the spot? Stinkbeard's common laws for common pirates. Laws? Pirates don't need no stinking laws.
Fine, then we'll proceed with the execution.
On the other hand, maybe I could use a few good laws right now.
Vale, aquí no hay nada.
Could you read that last bit back for me?
Bien. ¿Es Santino o Murray?
Very interesting. I don't even remember saying exsanguinate. No, I'm not questioning your professionalism. It's just that I don't even know the meaning of... Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
Vale. ¿Y puedo hablar con Stan?
Hey, Stan.
No fraternizing between the defense and prosecution while court is in session.
If you want a gab, call for a recess.
Y que tenemos resúmenes de la corte. Crips, crimen contra el muslo. Vale, y el garfio. Vamos a llamar.
If it pleases the court, I'd like to call Bailiff Hardtack to the stand.
Bailiff Hardtack! Oh, that's me. Do you swear on Blackbeard's log to tell the truth to the best of your ability as a grog-swilling, backstabbing
A ver
pirate?
qué tal.
I suppose.
Bailiff Hardtack, could you tell the court about your claim against Guybrush Threepwood?
Well, back on Spinner Cay, I was getting ready to bury me modest chest of treasures, you see. My collection of spaghetti strainers, my silver paprika shaker, and so on. When all of a sudden, this Threepwood bloke runs up to me, waving his arms and telling me to look out for a three-headed monkey that's right behind me. Well, naturally, I turned and looked, but there was nothing there. When I regained my composure, Threepwood was nowhere to be found. And worst of all...
Yes?
He dug up my perfectly good X. It's ruined now.
Oh, come on.
He's all yours, buddy.
A ver.
This whole story about your ex is a big fat lie, isn't it?
No, sir.
Come on, you're lying. Admit it.
No, sir.
Come on.
Oh, you got me, sir.
But why?
Well, I didn't have anything else to do after you killed me boss and left me without a job. Oh, I could have charged you with that instead. Oh.
Your Honor, I move for a mistrial.
Granted! Bailiff Hardtack, as punishment for wasting this court's time, you will be compelled to wear Lizzing's wig of foppery until such time as I am no longer tempted to gavel you into a fine paste!
Oh, it's delightful.
Ay. Vale. Vamos a continuar.
I'd like to call Bosun Catherine Krebs to the stand.
Catherine Krebs! Do you swear on Blackbeard's log to tell the truth to the best of your ability as a grog-swilling, backstabbing pirate?
Aye. Bosun Krebs, could you tell the court what happened on that fateful day?
I was minding my own business at Club 41 with a mug full of grog and some zesty nachos, when all of a sudden that blindfolded Jasper barreled into me, knocked me nacho sauce into me lap, and gave me this disfiguring scar.
Hachi-machi!
Aye, that takes me back.
Ooh.
Bailiff, supply the prosecutor and the defendant with sketches of the burns for their briefs!
Aye, aye, Your Honor.
Lots of luck, kid.
¿Me ha dado algo? Al dibujo.
Icky. Hard to believe that nacho sauce could do that.
Vamos a hablar.
You're lying about this whole nacho business, aren't you?
Nay, are you lying about being a mighty pirate?
I'll ask the questions here.
Hacemos la misma,
You're
técnica.
lying. Admit it.
No.
Objection, Your Honor. Defense is badgering the witness.
Knock it off, Threepwood!
Just a moment, Your Honor. I better keep these court papers to myself.
Vale.
I have no more questions for this witness, Your Honor.
You may step down, Bosun Krebs.
Vale, vamos a llamar a otro testigo. Ahí.
Your Honor, I'd like to call a recess to confer with my client.
Bailiff, please escort Captain Threepwood to the brig.
Aye, aye, Your Honor.
A ver si encontramos algo por ahí también.
Well, at least I'm not about to be dissected by a crazy scientist. Now to break out of here, find Elaine and use La Esponja Grande to... Hey, what happened to my cool voodoo sponge?
All possessions will be returned to the prisoner once he has been cleared of all charges. In the likely event that the prisoner is not cleared of all charges, his property will be distributed to his heirs.
But I don't have any heirs that I know of.
Then they'll be auctioned off at eBay.
Sí.
Hey, guard!
What do you want?
Aren't I entitled to some bread and water?
Bread and water? I pride myself on providing Flotsam's prisons with the finest in haute cuisine. Wait here.
Wait here. Huh, that's funny. This part of the wall looks like it's made of pretty loose stuff. I wonder if I could dig my way out. This part of the wall looks like it's made of pretty
Pero
loose
solo
stuff.
tengo...
I wonder if I could dig my way out.
Solo tengo el garfio.
Thought he'd never leave. What the? It's solid steel under here. Hey, where's my dinner? My haute cuisine.
Oh, the prisoners don't get any food. That's for the guards and judges. Delicious, too.
Jerk.
Parche de pared fortificado con acero. Pues tendré que probar ese.
Hey, guard!
What do you want?
What's a guy gotta do to get a drink around here?
There's a bar right over there. All you gotta do is get released, and you can walk right
Qué
in.
gracioso.
Oh. Has this jail got any reading material?
I'd suggest reading your legal briefs. You might need them.
Good tip. I'll get right on that when I need something to put me to sleep.
Sí soy yo.
I want to see my lawyer.
Your lawyer?
Yeah, you might have heard of him. Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate at law.
Fine. All right, Counselor. Judge Grindstump says you got 5 minutes.
That should be more than enough for this piece of scum. I hope you had a good excuse for dragging me out of bed at this ungodly hour. I need to know how my case is going. I haven't heard from you in days. Not to worry, old bean. I think I can talk the judge down from draw and quartering to draw and thirding. Fraud! Guard! I'm quite done with my client. I'll get you, Threepwood, if it's the last thing I do.
Baja tela. ¿Y me deja salir?
Sorry about that, Mr. Threepwood. I know those prisoners can be a rowdy lot.
Think nothing of it, Mr. Hardtack. Now, where can I find a good grog?
Club 41's right over there, sir.
¿En serio? Hostia, tío.
Lou?
You!
Doro?
Pues se sacó
What
la...
happened to your eye?
I tell you what happened to my eye, smarty guy. When I dug up that phony Dark Ninja Dave you planted...
Allegedly planted?
Allegedly planted. I got a speck of dirt lodged in my eye. A week later, it got infected. And Dr. Descent had to cut it out.
Yeah, just bet he did.
Now I need a glass eye.
Why do you want a glass eye? An eye patch is much more piratey.
Eye patches are so last month. All the cool pirates are getting scary glass eyes these days.
But hooks are still cool, right?
Grr. I guess, but you really can't beat a glass eye.
What are you in for?
I got arrested for trying to auction a counterfeit Dark Ninja Dave figurine at eBay.
eBay?
You know, that bay with the auction thing.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily for me, Stan got me a reduced sentence in exchange for my testimony against you.
Qué cabrón.
Me? What did I do?
You were the one that made the counterfeit Dave in the first place.
Oh, yeah, that. Look, I'm sorry about the jail time, but you've got to stop testifying against me. I've got a wife and scores of pirates to cure.
You're going to cure the pox?
Eventually, yeah.
Oh, I like that. All these poxed pirates are always making fun of me for not being poxed.
Well, come on then. Let's do some business.
Maybe. What can you offer me in return?
I've got a line on a genuine Dark Ninja Dave porcelain power pirate autographed by Dark Ninja Dave himself.
That is a very poor joke, senor.
No.
I'll let you have your pick of my autographed sextants.
Ooh, do you have one of those limited edition Vasco da Gama sextants?
Yeah, but you can't have that one.
Oh, what about the Ferdinand Magellan action sextants? Hmm?
Yeah, but you can't have that one either. On second thought, I really don't want to part with my sextants. I got a crate full of fine leather jackets back in my hold that have your name all over them.
No thanks. Leather makes me chafe.
Vale.
How about I get you a glass eye for your eye hole?
That sounds interesting.
And it's a deal.
But
I knew there'd be a big noisy butt somewhere in there.
I want a really cool glass eye.
And what, pray tell, makes a cool glass eye?
It has to have a really cool color. Like the color in the eyes of those nasty poxed pirates when they're really, really angry.
O sea, uno rojo.
I'll see what I can do. You know, I can't help but notice that you don't seem to be afflicted by the pox of LeChuck.
Oh, don't remind me. All the other pirates have gotten the pox, so why not me?
Have you thought about the possibility that you might not actually be a pirate?
I am too a pirate.
Okay, you are a pirate. I'm sure the pox will be coming for you any day now.
Vale.
Conseguimos
un ojo de cristal.
Like you can't be good for my legal situation. I'm out of here.
Adios.
Hey there, youngster. I know you're curious about the behind-the-scenes working of Stan's Courtroom Emporium, but I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to step away from the door.
Why?
Because that's where Stan works his magic, kid. It's where my dreams become reality. And some of my
La
realities
chaqueta de Stan
become
es que me vuelve
dreams.
loco siempre.
So it's where you're sleeping.
Yeah, but only until this souvenir business picks up.
Me vuelve tan loco que no era capaz de discernir que en el primer juego ya es así, la chaqueta. Merchandising, perfecto.
Stan?
Guybrush Threepwood. Nice to see you out and about, kid. Hope they haven't been treating you too badly in the Huskow.
Well, there is a pretty scary-looking rat in my cell. At least I hope it's a rat.
Well, that's just swell, kid. Look, could you get out of the way and make room for some paying customers?
What are you doing out here? Shouldn't you be prepping for trial?
Hey, no offense, kid, but the day old Stan can't beat you in open court with one wildly flapping arm tied behind his back is the day I haul my corpus juris back to Jambalaya Island for the full restitutio and integrum. Know what I mean?
Creo que sí.
Not really.
Exactly.
So if you're not preparing for trial, what are you doing out here?
Following Stan's rule number 1, ABM.
ABM?
Always be merchandising. People love following the trials of famous pirates, even B-list pirates like yourself.
B-list?
That's why old Stan got all the souvenirs and timeless keepsakes you'll ever need to remind you of this month's Trial of the Century.
How are sales going?
Great. Celebrity merchandise is always a good investment, especially if you suspect that the celebrity in question is about to become a wind chime in the gallows. Nothing sells like dead celebrities.
Yeah? Well, I don't plan on dying today.
And I didn't plan to wear the same jacket for 20 years, but here we are.
Stan, about these charges.
Sorry, kid, can't talk. Conflict of interest, attorney, pirate privilege, and all that stuff.
But...
La, not talking to you about it.
I know I'll kick myself for asking, but what sorts of trial souvenirs are you selling?
The question you should be asking is what kind of souvenirs am I not selling? Behold, the People vs. Threepwood collection.
Hey, a little me.
That's right, Threepwood, a faithful reproduction right down to the lacy garter belt.
Hey, I only wore those once.
It is I, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate.
That sounds nothing like me.
Yeah, I know. To be honest, your real voice didn't focus test all that well.
What's that?
That, my piratey friend, is a little novelty I like to call Draw the Beard on the Guybrush. Using the power of magnetism and iron shavings, you can give Flotsam's most notorious criminal an infinite array of amusing and degrading hairstyles. Observe. What the? This one doesn't have a magnet. And look, it's leaking iron shavings. This is what you get when you use shoddy Fat Island labor.
Vale, pues ya sabemos.
Is that supposed to be you?
None other. Now you and your friends
Trial
can
of the
relive
Century.
the Trial of the Century while lounging around in this comfortable polyblend t-shirt, emblazoned with the iconic image of yours truly, a crusading attorney bringing his no-holds-barred brand of justice to Flotsam Island.
Vale.
On second thought.
Say no more.
No matter how many times I see it, I can't get over your jacket.
You like it? I just had it in for its annual re-stitching and de-resing.
Tenemos algo más por aquí.
I noticed that you're remarkably free of the pox.
Bueno,
Nothing
los
remarkable
piratas, ¿no?
about it at all, Threepwood. Haven't you been paying attention? The pox only affects real, 100% honest to Blackbeard pirates. Now, I've been many things in this life. A salesman, real estate agent, a troubadour, stevedore, a ralphador, and even a brief but memorable stint as an exotic dancer to pay my way through law school.
Ay, Dios.
But one thing I'm not and never will be is a pirate.
Ah.
Vale, dejamos hasta aquí.
See you in court, Stan.
Hey, that's pretty funny.
Para la saca. Supongo que al club podemos entrar.
I wonder if Club 41's changed its restricted policies.
Seguramente no. Algo así.
Guess so. Ah, Club 41. Nothing screams pirate bar
Me
like the
suena
aroma
mucho el
of moldy
cocodrilo.
grog sprinkled with just a hint of sea spray and shattered dreams.
I will double your quadrupled rate.
Keep your gold, Silk Pants. You can't afford me anymore.
Me suena mucho el
But you
cocodrilo.
must break Threepwood out of jail and bring him back to me. He is the only one who has the poxalicious strains that I need.
You're a little behind the times, Demange. I'm pox-free and fit as a fiddle. See?
Impossible.
Nothing's impossible when Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate, is involved. And after I cure my wife and everyone else,
Wife?
Yeah. She was standing right next to me when LeChuck exploded, so the pox hit her pretty hard.
I want you to hunt down and capture this wife of Guybrush Threepwood.
Hey!
What part of non do you not comprendes?
But I need her! She's the only other pirate who could possibly have the Threepwood strain of the pox!
Then get her yourself.
My dear Mademoiselle Leflay, I don't get people. I hire people like you to get them for me. And if you won't get them, then maybe I'll find someone to get you.
I don't like to be threatened.
Toma.
Oh, my phalange!
What the fuck?
What the?
Oh! That was a very, very bad mistake, mademoiselle.
Well, it wouldn't be the first.
Jerk. Nice dartboard.
Isn't it, though? Ah, it was one of the few things I managed to salvage when I was washed ashore on Flotsam all those years ago.
Can I play around?
Unfortunately, the darts were lost a few weeks ago during a bar fight. And pity, too. What with the annual Flotsam Island Dart Tournament tomorrow night.
Perfecto.
Set me up with a line of Blood Island volcano shots.
Me pleasure. These come with our complimentary Club 41 insulated volcano shot glasses. Hewn out of molten lava. They can keep hot liquids hot for a week.
Impressive. Ooh, that's some hot grog on grog action. I'll just save this last one for later.
Vale, perfecto.
I wonder what happened to Murray. Hot gooey wax.
Con el...
I don't want to dig my hook into that. I don't know where it's been.
Vale.
What's that artistic abomination?
Ah, that be a painting of Flotsam Island's notorious jungle beast, painted by our own Hemlock McGee.
Ese era un...
Hemlock? Really?
Aye, no one knows more about our legendary beastie than old Hemlock.
Ahora hablaré con estos dos, ¿eh? Estoy mirando un poco qué hay por aquí. El manatí.
Ah, this must be the screaming narwhal that my ship is named after. Creepy. Now that I've spent some time inside these docile Don Juans of the deep, I feel kind of queasy about seeing their heads mounted on a wall.
Y había un lavabo, ¿no? Hemos visto.
Occupied!
Sorry.
Occupied.
What's this?
That'll be Club 41's famous Flotsam Island Ladies' Night buffet table. In a few hours, it'll be spilling over with flaming chocolate cupcakes, barbecued narwhal horns, deep-fried petit fours, and all that other girly stuff that our swashbuckling lady pirates love.
Vale, mesa del buffet. Nada más. 5 vasos vacíos. No. Ah, vale, perfecto.
Nothing like a little hot wax on a cold, flotsam night.
Vale, tenemos cera caliente. Se mantendrá caliente por la habilidad del vaso.
Not that I'm complaining, but why'd you turn down Singe's contract to hunt down my wife?
I may be a backstabbing mercenary, but even I have some standards.
Sure, now you have standards. Shame they couldn't have shown up before you, cut off my hand or knock me unconscious and drag me back to Flotsam Island.
What can I say? I'm complicated.
What did DeSinge want with Elaine, anyway?
You heard the man. Something to do with your unique strain of box. Guess he thinks your wife has it too.
You look uncharacteristically grim.
It's been one of those days.
Oh, I know what you mean. Betraying your childhood hero can really take it out of you.
Hey, that was just business.
Your business sucks more than the winds of Flotsam.
Sometimes.
What are those scary-looking drinks?
They're a row of Blood Island volcano shots.
They look painful.
Only the first one.
Yikes. I think you should know that I'm still really angry with you.
Would it help if I bought you a drink?
What, so you can poison me? I'll pass. I noticed that you're without pox.
I'm pox-free. Tested on a regular basis.
Well, do you know why?
Probably because I'm not really a pirate, since I'm a pirate hunter.
Gotta like a pox that respects minor semantical distinctions. You know, if you have even a scintilla of a guilty conscience, I could really use your help.
Listening?
There's this trial going on.
So I've heard. Some guy was trying to tell me that it's the trial of the century!
Yeah, well, I could really use some trumped-up evidence. Or a few intimidated witnesses. Or maybe a well-placed bribe or 10?
You couldn't afford me.
Of course. How silly of me. It's all about the pieces of 8 with you, isn't it?
Toma.
Not always. I also accept pieces of 9.
Changed your mind about helping me with my legal troubles?
The pirate legal system and I don't exactly get along, and if we did, I wouldn't do pro bono work.
Vale, esta no nos va a ayudar.
Well, I can see you've got inner demons to wrestle with, so I'll just get on with my life.
Thanks. And watch out for DeSinge. That thing he did with his finger was unnatural.
Hablamos con el...
Judge Grindstump?
Oh, please, no need to be so formal.
Ah, coño, ni lo había
Here I'm just
reconocido.
plain old W.P. Grindstump, owner and proprietor of Club 41.
Barkeep, I'd like to order a drink.
Brilliant! Will you be paying with doubloons, triploons, coupons, or flat seaming fur shafts?
Actually, I'm a little light right now.
Oh, no problem. I'll start up a tab.
Ah, mira qué bien.
Will? That's so unlike, well, every place I've ever been in my life.
Well, it's not like you're going to skip town on me, am I right?
Set me up with a grogatini. With a twist.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We don't serve grogatinis anymore. The pirates kept gagging on the little porcelain swords.
How about some more of those volcano shots?
Sorry, one per customer.
Vale.
Aren't you a little upset that I'm running around free?
Heavens, no! What kind of pirate town would this be if we didn't condone the occasional jailbreak?
What a remarkably progressive attitude.
Besides, it's not as though you can really escape the swinging sword of flotsam justice. What with these blasted winds blowing in again?
También es verdad.
Ladies' night is looking a little, grim.
Well, it's early. Once we got the buffet table laid out, this place will be hotter than the devil's knickers.
So you're really the owner of Club 41?
Have been ever since I won it from the original owner in a dart tournament a few years back. Poor old guy never knew what hit him.
And by hit him you mean...
A dart! Right the old noggin!
I've been wondering, why is this place called Club 41 anyway?
You know, I don't rightly know. The last owner never got a chance to tell me before he succumbed to his dart-related injuries.
Vale. Me quedaba algo
Barkeep,
por aquí.
I'd like to order a drink.
What'll it be?
Croc.
One grog. Neat.
Coming right up.
Ah, bracing.
Vale.
Well, this has been a little strange, but I've got a name to clear and a pox to cure.
Good luck with that.
Y de inventario tenemos... Está dicho que tenía un agujero, ¿no?
It's a broken draw a beard on Guybrush toy. Looks like it's leaking iron fillings.
Demasiado. Vale, seguimos dando vueltas. Imagino que por el resto de la isla...
When I was a younger pirate, I used to lie awake on the deck of my ship and gaze at the seagulls as they majestically swooped and bobbed through the evening sky. And then they started pooping on me. So I stopped doing that.
Perdón. Ay. Aquí he caído algo, ¿no? Aceite chorreante.
I almost feel guilty about this. Almost.
Nube de peste. Y está como cerrado. ¿Podemos ir al otro lado? ¿Aquí qué hay? Vale. Atención al lepor,
That's really, something.
Sí.
Aye, isn't she a beauty? It's a prototype of my swashbuckling Susie long-lasting leg lamp. That crystal on top will glow for days.
Don't you think it's a little tacky?
Nah, pirates love this kind of stuff.
Vale. Esta habrá que robarlo, ¿no?
Look, an eight-legged alpaca.
Your fancy cryptozoology tricks won't fool me, laddie.
Un
What's that?
charco.
You best watch your step. That be a puddle of molten glass. It'll cool down in a few seconds, but until it does, it'll melt your boots off.
Vale. Tenemos algo para...
I better get some of this before it cools. Warm.
Me quedan 2 vasos. Vale. ¿No me deja ir para el barco? Ah, sí. Ay.
That paralyzed cat is creepy. Hi there, Twinkle Toes.
Enjoy your last moments of freedom, cause you're going to pay for what you did to Miss Pretty Whiskers.
I'd be happy to pay. Do you accept traveler's checks? How's Miss Grungy Whiskers doing?
Her name isn't Grungy Whiskers, you love a liquor. It's Miss Pretty Whiskers.
Drop the charges and I'll spare your life.
Bah! Life ain't hardly worth living without the sound of Miss Pretty Whiskers' delicate pitter-pat on the bar floor.
I'm sure she feels the same way about the delicate pitter-pat of your stumps. How's the box treating you?
Oh, not too bad. I didn't really need that lung I coughed up.
Vestigial lungs are the worst. What exactly are you doing?
Mixing up Miss Pretty Whiskers' food. What's it to you?
Can I have some?
No.
I hear you may know something about Flotsam's so-called jungle beast.
None have seen the jungle beast, but 'tis the scariest, foul-smellingest thing you ever didn't see. A dark jungle god that walks the land only by dead of night.
Dark jungle god?
Aye, 'twas said to live within the stomach of the god of death, feasting upon corpses, until one day death ate some bad shellfish and out-chucked the jungle beast into existence.
But if you haven't seen it, how do you know it exists?
Because it eats. To appease the beast, we've left many a fleshy sacrifice on the jungle altar. By morning, the meat disappears from the altar without a trace.
Disappearing meat. Yep, jungle god's the only explanation.
Sí. Tiene pinta de esto ser de más tarde, ¿no? Cuando acabe el juicio.
That paralyzed cat is creepy.
Vale.
That looks unappetizing.
Stay away from Miss Pretty Whisker's food, you fiend.
Your cat eats that? I thought she was paralyzed.
She is. I have to feed it to her through a straw.
Ooh.
Aún sigue esto por aquí. Cerca de vaselina.
I've just got to get some of this incredible bacon grease. There. Now my jacket and my pants smell like bacon. I could row back to the Screaming Narwhal, but without La Esponja Grande, I'll never be able to cure Elaine.
Me podría
And
colar.
if I show up without Elaine's
Ahí
wedding
colar
ring,
en
she'll
el.
probably kill me.
Me falta un vaso, ¿no? Por llenar. Sí.
It's Jock, the electromagnetic monkey. Ow! What the heck is Desinged doing up there anyway?
No lo sé, pero.
Ooh. Sizzly. You know, if I was a little more scientifically inclined, I might be worried about the effects this stuff is having on any future generations of Threepwoods. The doctor is busy! He must be really busy if he needs all those exclamation points.
Vale, y entrar no podemos entrar, ¿no?
Bonjour. Threepwood, stay away from my laboratorium.
Podemos liberar con al. Uno.
Let's see if this'll work. Aha! Come on, let's get you out of here. What kind of a madman keeps a perfectly good magnetic monkey locked in a cage?
Ay, Dios. Vale. ¿Y el mono? ¿Lo llevo yo? Oh, el mono lo tengo yo. Pues creo que con esto... Es que esta pierna no la tenemos que llevar seguramente.
Hello there, uninformed man on the street.
What do you want?
Don't tell me you're still blowing glass. Surely a dry cleaning business would be more profitable.
That just shows what you know, Binky. People are clamoring for Cryptidget's unbreakable tubes. Clamoring!
What people?
Well, just one person, really. But he ordered a huge supply. Don't ask me why.
Why?
I told you not to ask me that!
Why did someone order all those tubes?
I told you not to ask me that! I told you again!
I must have that leg lamp. I must?
Forget it, Skinny. I'm not letting go of a perfectly good prototype. She hasn't got a mark on her.
Well, sure, but hold on, did you just call me skinny? I've seen skeletons fatter than you.
It's not my fault you associate with the obese
Ay,
undead.
Dios.
I see you can make a glass leg, but tell me, can you make a glass eye?
Aye. But not just any glass eyes. Genuine imitation eyes made from the crystal wreaths themselves.
Genuine imitation eyes?
That's right. They'll imitate the eye color of anyone they see. You just point them at someone's eyes, give them a few seconds to set, and shazam! All new eye color. When you got a color you like, just pop it in your eye socket.
No sé si ha entrado ese último estornudo porque le he dado al botón de micro justo cuando estornudaba.
Here, try out this defective one for free.
Defective?
Aye, it's a little nearsighted, so you'll have to get up real close to the subject to capture their eye color.
Thanks. I take back all the nasty things I wrote in my diary about you. How does it feel to be hideously diseased?
How do you think it feels?
Bad, I'd say. Pretty bad.
You got that right, missy.
Are you not outraged by this ridiculous trial?
Well, I'm just glad that scum-sucking Threepwood will finally be brought to justice.
I'm Threepwood.
Speaking of which, shouldn't you be in a holding cell or something?
We, get a 10-minute break every hour. It's the law.
A ver cómo
How do
trabaja.
those imitation eyes work again?
You just point them at someone's eyes, give them a few seconds to set, and shazam! All new eye color.
Vale.
I'll see you in your, pectorals later.
Yeah, well, the three of us will be waiting.
Este se cabrea muy fácilmente.
Hey, Hemlock, mind if I capture your eye color?
What the what now? Hey!
Thanks.
No, pero hay que hacerlo cuando... Uy. Cuando uno esté cabreado, ¿no? Vaya... Dame un segundo, voy a buscar algo de beber y... Ahora vengo. Ya estoy por aquí. Uy, perdonadme, ¿eh? Que tenía... Ay, he ido a provisiones. Oh, qué malo, tío. Oh. Me estoy tomando un caramelillo de estos para aclarar la voz. Oh, madre mía, qué asco. Vamos a ver. Aquí estaba intentando capturar el color de ojos de... De esto, pero aquí no ha sido. Tazón de comida para gatos. Sí, tengo una medio idea de por aquí, pero... Dejarme hacer. Aquí ha dicho que sin... Que la quiere porque si no está tocada. Si le tiro algún líquido encima...
Whoops!
Hey! Arr! Now look what you did! Arr! You clumsy clam clipper! You ruined my prototype!
¿Qué le tira la
Now
cera?
I'll have to start all over! Arr!
So if it's messed up, can I have it?
Fine, take it! Just get out of me sight! Arr!
This ought to help me get a leg up in the trial.
Ah, vale, es una de las partes.
Icky. Hard to believe that nacho sauce could do that.
No tiene la forma, pero... Es el color. Ah, quemadura en forma de bota. ¿Se le voy tirando o no? Se ha borrado. Vale, y rojo y azul hacen lila. Ahora sí. Con forma de Jolly Roger. Ah, me acabo de tragar el caramelo sin querer. Ah, socorro. Ah, soy un pirata duro. No hay dolor. Este también se cabreaba, ¿no? No, pero supongo que...
Who goes there?
It's me, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate at law.
Oh, Councillor Threepwood. What can I do for you?
Okay.
No hard feelings about being humiliated in open court?
No worries, mate. I've been humiliated so often it's kind of second nature to me by now.
Great.
Besides, I didn't really think it was much of a case anyway. But that Stan fella, he seemed to think I could make a pretty piece of it off of your untimely execution. So I figured, what the heck?
I'd like to go into the jungle. I need to talk to a large voodoo lady about a not-so-large sponge.
Sorry, mate. I'm afraid I can't allow prisoners to wander out into the jungle. You might get lost or go into hiding.
But I'm not a prisoner. I'm the prisoner's attorney, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate at law.
Well, that is a stumper, all right. But just to be on the safe side, I think it would be for the best if I kept both Guybrush Threepwoods out of the jungle until their trials
no
are
problem.
over.
Me acusan de tres cosas. De la pelea...
What are you doing on Flotsam Island anyway?
Well, after that series of misadventures on Spinner Cay, I found myself without a captain or a ship.
Sorry about that.
It happens. So I drifted for a bit before landing here on Flotsam. Now I've hired on as Judge Grindstump's personal bailiff / chef, creating all sorts of new delicacies for his night.
Y de paso es el
It's a bit
alguacil.
of a dream come true, it is.
Vale.
How's the pox of LeChuck treating you?
Oh, it's not so bad. I mean, there is the incessant drive to commit acts of monstrous evil, of course. It's a bit of a drag on the social life. But my pillaging swing has never been better. So, I guess you could say it's a bit of a wash. Tell you one thing I didn't expect. The slaw cravings. I mean, honestly, mate, what's that all about?
Vale, adiós. Creo que tenemos que continuar con el juicio. El que se cabreaba mucho era el juez, ¿no?
Who goes there?
It's me, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate at law.
Oh, Councillor Threepwood. What can I do for you?
Sí.
I'd like to return to court to defend my client.
All righty then. Let's find Judge Grindstump.
The Pirate Court of Flotsam Island is back in session. The Right Honourable Wallace P. Grindstump presiding. Let's keep it moving, Captain Threepwood.
Voy a acabar de...
I'd like to recall Bosun Krebs to the stand.
Son Crips, ¿quién era?
Catherine Krebs.
Ah, la pirata.
Oh, remember, darling, you're still under oath.
Aye.
Bueno, ya que estoy, enseño la pierna, ¿no?
Your Honor, I'd like to introduce this leg lamp into evidence as proof that Bosun Catherine Krebs is lying about her so-called nacho sauce burn.
This proves nothing!
Objection, Your Honor. The scars on this leg-shaped lamp may look like my client's, but who knows how they got there?
I'm glad you asked. So you see, Your Honor, Catherine's distinctive burns were not caused by Club 41's nacho sauce, but by an unlikely combination of scalding fluids found throughout Flotsam Island. Isn't that true, Bosun Krebs?
Answer the question, you she-devil!
It's true. After Guybrush knocked that platter of nachos onto my lap, I saw my chance for revenge and concocted this foolish scheme.
Revenge?
You still don't remember me? The woman whose ship you sunk? Who spent years languishing in prison for your crimes? The woman whose husband you humiliated in that creepy karaoke contest?
Oh, sorry. Drawing a blank.
Arr!
Your Honor, I move that Bosun Catherine Krebs' charge be dropped.
Counselor?
I got nothing, Your Honor.
Very well. In the matter of Krebs versus Threepwood, the Pirate Court of Flotsam Island finds in favor of the defendant Guybrush Threepwood. Knock it off, you lot!
Vale. Voy a seguir llamando testigos, que antes me he quitado...
I'd like to call Joaquin Jacinto de Meara Alfonso de Oro to the stand.
Ah, pero esta hasta que no le demos...
Joaquin de Oro. Do you swear on Blackbeard's log to tell the truth to the best of your ability as a grog-swilling
Esta hasta que no le demos el
pirate?
cristal.
See?
Senor de Oro.
El ojo, vaya.
Done, Doro.
Yes, of course. Why are you here today?
I was recently arrested for trying to sell a counterfeit Dark Ninja Dave porcelain power pirate figurine. A counterfeit figurine crafted by Guybrush Threepwood.
Actually, that wasn't so surprising.
Your witness, Counselor.
Vamos a hablar. Es que... es que no voy a
I have
decir
no more
porque...
questions for this witness, Your Honor.
You may step down, Mr. de Oro.
That's Captain Doro.
Well, we're waiting.
¿Cómo le hacía cabrear? Antes le he hecho cabrear un huevo de veces a este.
I object
To what?
to To this trial. To your hat. To the way my beard's itching. I also object to the way that guy's looking at me.
Hey.
And to this hook. And...
Captain Threepwood, you will cease your foolish distractions before we come down and cease them for you!
Mira, está cabreado. Vale, perfecto.
Hold that crazy pose. Gotcha!
Right, where were we?
Es que este se cabreaba un montón, no sabía yo. Básicamente era el único pirata que podía hacerlo. Bueno, el del... Bueno, claro, en la bodega. Pero bueno. La bodega no se ha cabreado. O sea, en el club. Y estaba el otro, que es el que he ido, pero tampoco le he hablado y... A ver... Me queda un testigo, ¿no? Ah, el del gato.
I'd like to call Hemlock McGee to the stand.
Hemlock McGee!
What's that?
Oh.
And do you swear on Blackbeard's...
Yeah. Listen, Pinky. I knew Blackbeard back when he was blotchy Black Peach Fuzz. Just let me at him. Let me at him.
Ensign McGee, it's your contention that Captain Threepwood injured your cat.
Injured? He practically crushed him. Hit him right in the puss with a stuffed manatee, Eddie did.
And how is your cat today?
See for yourself. The poor dear is paralyzed with fear. I have to feed her through a tube. Oh, my poor Miss Pretty Whiskers. Oh, my poor little Pretty.
Pretty Whiskers.
Your witness, kid.
Creo que se me ha ocurrido medio algo. Todo esto en
This
la
whole
carta es
cat thing is a
mentira.
scam to get back at me for getting you kicked out of Club 41, isn't it?
How can you look at my sad little pussycat and call me a liar? Oh, just look at her.
Oh.
O sea, sus defensas
I
es
have no more
venga, va.
questions for this witness, Your Honor.
You may step down, Ensign McGee.
Tengo lo del oro, tengo lo del de esto. Voy a hacer lo que se me medio ocurre. Aquí.
Your Honor, I'd like to call a recess to confer with my client.
Bailiff, please escort Captain Threepwood to the brig.
Aye, Your Honor.
Antes,
Hey,
déjame...
guard,
What do you want?
aren't I entitled to some bread and water?
Bread and water? I pride myself on providing Flotsam's prisons with the finest in haute cuisine. Wait here.
Wait here. Huh, that's funny.
A ver. Me han desaparecido los vasos.
That'd just dull my hook. Stupid reinforced wall.
Ah, vale, o sea, directamente...
Stupid reinforced wall.
Pensaba que podría, pero no. Y... Ay, de esto me la quedo. Mi idea es básicamente estas dos cosas. Si las combino aquí...
Whoa, that's one powerful magnetic monkey tail.
Vale.
Where's my dinner? My haute cuisine.
Oh, the prisoners don't get...
Jerk.
Vale. Para
Hey,
ti...
guard.
What do you want?
Esta.
Want to see my
Venga, va, fuera. Le voy a dar el ojo al del oro este.
Captain Doro?
Do you have it?
One nigh indestructible glass eye. Pox-colored, just like all the cool pirates are wearing them.
Achis Santo Pica and Santa Fe! Ay, 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 ay. My eye is really scary.
Now, according to Cryptigit, all you have to do to set it is pop it in your eye socket. Ooh,
How do I look?
dangerous.
I think you mean dangerously cool, eh?
Sure, whatever. Now, about your testimony.
No problem, mi amigo. Just call me back to the stand and ask me about this.
Your Dark Ninja Dave Porcelain Power Pirates treasure map? How'd you smuggle this into here?
In my, let's say, mouth.
Vamos de atrás. Vale. Y luego lo que me queda pendiente... es esto. Es que se ha cambiado.
Hey, look! A five-headed bonobo!
What? I didn't see nothing.
Sorry, must have been a weather balloon.
Y... a ver...
Hi there, Twinkle Toes.
Enjoy your last moments of freedom, cause you're going to pay for what you did to Miss Pretty Whiskers.
I'd be happy to pay. Do you accept traveler's checks? How's Miss Trashy Whiskers doing?
Trashy Whiskers?
Listen up, smucker.
Pero no sé, se cabrea, pero... Ah, sí.
Miss Pretty Whiskers.
Pero no me deja interactuar. Buffy Whiskers.
See ya.
Y la intención es usar con el...
One thing I've learned the hard way over the years is that you should never pull a monkey out of your pocket until the most dramatically useful moment. And that goes triple for an electromagnetic monkey.
Ya puedo volver a la corte entonces. Pam, pam, para, pa, pam. Cuando me pregunte cómo está el gato,
Oh, it's you.
I'd like to return.
supongo que usar el mono.
Alrighty then, let's find Judge Grindstump. The Pirate Court of Flotsam Island is back in session. The Right Honourable Wallace P. Grindstump presiding.
Time is grog, Captain.
Lo que pasa es que me...
Your Honor, I'd like to call Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate, to the stand.
Guybrush Threepwood!
I'm right here.
Oh, right. Do you swear on Blackbeard's log to tell the truth to the best of your ability as a grog-swilling, backstabbing pirate?
Ooh, what's this log made of? Calf leather? You just can't find craftsmanship like this these days. Oh, I do.
Solo por la...
Captain Sheepgood. Threepwood. Ah, yes. Shreveport. Threepwood. Greensleeves. Threepwood. Treebeard. Threep. Sleep. Wood. Stack.
Objection. Defense is stalling.
The defense will get on
Right,
with
yes.
it, or the court will order his name legally changed to Captain Guts for Garters.
Portaría de entrañas. What the fuck. Ah, mira. Se cabrea la mira así.
Right, where were we?
Sacándolas de quicio un rato, vaya. Vamos a llamar ya al del oro.
I'd like to recall Captain Doro to the stand.
Can someone pull D'Oro out of his cell?
The court would like to remind Captain Doro that he is still under oath.
¿Sí?
Vale, le pregunto por el mapa. Ah, se lo vendió el stand, ¿no?
Captain Doro, what can you tell me about this map?
Objection!
Defense Exhibit 42, Your Honor. This is the map the witness used to find his Dark Ninja Dave Power Pirate.
I'll allow it. But shut your eternally flapping mouth,
la
you
acusarán a él.
festering chumhole!
Continue.
I purchased this map at eBay 6 months ago from a traveling salesman with a plaid jacket and waving arms. He said that it was an authentic Dark Ninja Dave Porcelain Power Pirates treasure map, but I have since learned that it was just as counterfeit as the Power Pirate it led me to.
And who was the dastardly swindler who sold you this map?
It was...
Hey, would you look at that? I've misfiled my glorious mundus. Your Honor, on behalf of the Porcelain Power Pirates Corporation, I'd like to ask that all charges pertaining to the unfortunate counterfeiting of the Dark Ninja Dave action figure be dropped against Captains Joaquin de Oro and Guybrush Threepwood.
Smart move, Counselor. In the matter of Porcelain Power Pirates versus de Oro versus Threepwood, etc., 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 this court finds in favor of the defendants.
Call this justice. Where's the hangings?
You want hangings? Just keep it up, you swabs!
Me queda uno.
I'd like to call Hemlock McGee back to the stand.
Right here.
I'd like to
I'm
remind...
still under oath.
Your Honor, pirates and assorted buccaneers, Hemlock McGee has asserted that it was I, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate, that brought about the horrible emotional scars that even now leave poor Miss Pretty Whiskers paralyzed with fear. But I put it to you that it was not your humble defendant who traumatized Hemlock's unfortunate feline, but a far more insidious assailant, and one who's in this very courtroom as I speak. J'accuse Jacques the Monkey.
What? Objection, there's no evidence of monkey play here.
No? Let's ask the victim.
Miss Pretty Whiskers!
See? Miss Pretty Whiskers is up and about and seeking revenge just like a good pirate cat should.
Miss Pretty Whiskers, come back! We'll get our revenge together.
Your Honor, I rest my case.
Mr. Prosecutor?
Well, considering that my client and evidence just ran out the door, I guess old Stan's gonna have to drop this one.
Good idea. In the case of McGee and Pretty Whiskers versus Threepwood, the Pirate Court of Flotsam finds in favor of the defendant, Guybrush Threepwood.
Come on, Judge. Hit him with the pox.
Don't make me send the bailiff up there. Let's see here. Cleared. Dropped. Yes. Congratulations, Captain Threepwood.
Easy.
It appears that you have successfully gotten yourself out from under your various civil charges.
Shiver me timbers, Stumpy. I guess I'll be going now.
Hold on, what's this? There appears to be a criminal charge on the other side of this blasted paper.
Huh? Assault with molten nacho cheese isn't criminal? What else is there?
The creation, incubation, dissemination, proliferation, and mastication of a pox or pox-like affliction. A Class 1 felonious act here on Flotsam.
Oh, right.
How do you plead?
¿Qué voy a hacer?
Not guilty.
On what grounds?
La peste no es tan mala.
Box isn't so bad. Everyone's tough as nails now and can do neato demon things with their eyes.
It's evil! It made me kill all my grandma!
I got bubbles on my fundament.
Okay, it's pretty bad. I may have aided in its creation, incubation, dissemination, and proliferation, but mastication? That doesn't even make sense.
Are you suggestioning that this court doesn't know the meaning of the words it uses?
No.
Good!
There is no pox. Everyone's just got the mumps.
Does this look like the mumps to you, Sonny Jim?
The pox isn't my fault. It's LeChuck's. It all started with the cursed cutlass of Kaflu. Off the Rock of Gelato, LeChuck was doing something evil with monkeys, and I was all brrr. But then LeChuck broke my root beer bottle, and I had to substitute some of the voodoo lady's ingredients, and then LeChuck turned into a human, and all this voodoo went boom, and... well, it's not my fault.
Your Honor, the defendant is hand-waving. And believe me, I know from hand-waving. But seriously, we all know that the cloud of pox vexing this fair island arrived soon after the defendant and his oozing appendage crept upon these shores.
Disgusting it was.
Then, after infecting everyone in sight, the pox cloud magically blew away at exactly the same moment that Guybrush sailed away, stealing Flotsam's only ship, I might add.
That's right! Hey, I won that ship, fair and square.
Now Threepwood has returned, and so has the Cloud of Pox. What a coincidence. And yet here he stands concocting fanciful stories of a human LeChuck, voodoo cutlasses, and a so-called Rock of Gelato.
Well, Threepwood, do you have any witnesses to your unlikely tale?
I do. She's...
Anda, mira.
Wonder Bunny.
Avast, ye blubbering belugas! I'm sucking your port! Bring me all your spoils, swags, booty, and boodle!
Lane, less plunder, more bunny, please.
And you, me bonny lass, step into me captain's quarters and let me ravish your
Whoa,
city.
boy.
To finally hold you in me arms again,
I
it
quedaría.
makes me want to... What's this? The scent of betrayal? Who is this tawdry wench?
Nobody. No one.
She'll die by me rusty blade!
There goes my witness.
Then she must be summoned. Bailiff, serve the woman immediately.
Yes, sir.
You'd better be using the voodoo summons. That saucy sea hag doesn't look like she be respecting the customs of pirate law.
Aye, aye, sir.
But first, hold the defendant's pox-spreading keister back to the brig.
All right, you. Stay put until I summon your ball
Y no
and
puedo
chain.
coger la esponja, ¿no?
I wouldn't call her that. She
Ow!
might
Oof!
take exception. What happened to you?
Oh, I'll tell you what happened. I went to Club 41 to hand this summons to your better half, and she backhanded me right out of the bar. Ugh.
Ouch.
If you want that banshee on the stand, you're gonna have to serve her yourself. I'm gonna go see if the local doctor
No
can
lo
fix
hagas.
me jawbone.
No lo hagas. Te la va a quitar.
What the? Ah, ladies' night.
Guybrush, your wife has lost her mind.
And you're about to lose a limb, you sea cow!
Elaine, sugar cakes, let's stop fighting and work this out over a nice cold light grog.
It's her head or yours, Bilge boy!
Or you two can just figure out this little misunderstanding on your own. I'll be over here appreciating my head's ability to stay attached to my neck.
Vale, aquí hay un trozo de papel ahora.
A recipe for something called a Fat Island Fuzzy Nostril.
¿Y qué hace esto?
Seems simple enough. Hey, Krebs.
What do you want?
You're not upset about the trial, are you?
Why would I possibly be upset by the fact that I hideously disfigured myself in a quest for long-delayed vengeance, only to have it cruelly snatched away at the last moment?
About your quest for vengeance? I'm afraid I still don't remember you.
You don't remember? How could you forget how you sank me marlin hunting ship off the coast of Snark Island? Or the time you framed me for mopery on Wurtling Shores?
Unless I've taken too many blows to the head, I'm pretty sure I've never been to any of those places or done any of those things.
Well, you may not remember Bosun Catherine C. Krebs, but you can be sure that there'll always be a black mark next to the name of Guybrush Q. Threepwood.
Wait, did you say Guybrush Q. Threepwood?
Aye, and a fouler name never escaped me lips.
But it's the wrong name. I'm Guybrush U. Threepwood.
What?
Yeah, your vendetta must be with the other Guybrush Threepwood. I should have realized. You know, this isn't the first time something like this has happened. I keep getting his mail, too. Tell me, did it hurt
Did what hurt?
when you fell out of pirate heaven?
Adiós.
No, but this will.
Stay away from Guybrush, you sea hog!
Bueno, mira.
Yikes!
Vale. Han tirado esto, ¿no?
Just what I always wanted. An ant-infested sack of sugar. Morgan, what do you think you're doing?
Don't ask me. Ask your crazy wife.
I'm gonna run you through, you high seas hussy!
Ladies, please. There's plenty of Guybrush Threepwood to go
I
around.
know.
Well, there won't be when I'm done with ya.
Get over yourself, Threepwood.
Yikes. Hey, Morgan, I think you're losing your edge.
I'll show you an edge. Whoa!
Elaine, Tucklebear. Morgan's all bark and no bite.
You want bites? You got it. And I'll throw in the bark for free. Whoa!
Elaine, you should know that Morgan and I
Ay, Dios.
spent a few nights together inside of a manatee.
Inside of a what? You're a dog, Guybrush Threepwood! Ah!
Can't you two just work it out over a nice groggatini?
V, Guybrush Threepwood is buying me a drink?
Over your dead body, trollop!
Who are you calling Trollop, Schooner Mom?
Oh boy.
Madre mía. Vale.
Okay, I'm gonna go think of something clever. Try not to kill each other while I'm away.
Yeah!
¿Esto está sigo ocupado?
Occupied.
Sorry.
Ya encontré los datos.
Hey, WP.
Captain Threepwood, what can I do you for?
Would you mind knocking it off with the darts for a minute?
Not on your life! I need to get in a week's worth of practice before tomorrow night's tournament, and who knows how long those hellions will stay out of my way!
Vale.
Can you make one of these Fat Island fuzzy nostrils?
Aye aye, Captain!
While you're making that, I'll just...
Order up! One Fat Island fuzzy nostril, heavy on the fuzz.
That was absurdly fast.
Arr! Libations!
Ah, gimme.
What?
Okay, this is really flattering, but let's calm down and talk this out like adults.
I'll be calm when LaFlay's been filleted like a fish.
Oh.
Yeah!
Arr!
Vale, vale.
How about a towel, sir?
Thanks.
Ay, Dios.
Ooh, really needed that. Ew, what was that?
Ey, una objeto.
Hey, what's this piece of paper stuck? It's a recipe
Hey,
for a
it's
drink called a Tri-Island Tuna Colada. Looks complicated. A bartender's recipe for a Scab Island Sling. Seems pretty simple. Hey, Krebs.
What do you want?
What you gonna do with all that gold?
All what gold?
All that gold inside your chest.
Stay away from Guybrush, you sea hog!
Vamos a hacer que...
Arr!
Vale, y se va. Y si-
Hey, darling,
What?
would you mind taking this?
Only if you don't mind taking this.
Vale.
Can you make one of these?
A tri-island tuna colada? Arr, that takes me back. I haven't made one of these since I was a bosun under Captain Bo.
But can you make one? I'm really in the mood.
Aye, but it'll take some doing to scrounge up the ingredients.
Take your time.
Vale. Ahora podemos coger los dardos, ¿no? Me imagino.
The judge mixes a mean drink, but he's a horrible shot. The judge mixes a mean drink, but he's a horrible shot. I'd better not distract him while he's making my tuna colada. He could slip up and add too much colada to my tuna.
Y el azúcar.
Okay, this is really flattering, but let's calm down and talk this out like adults.
I'll be calm when Laflay's been filleted like a fish.
Hey, Morgan, I think you're losing your edge.
I'll show you an edge.
Soy lo mismo que me dice
Whoa!
ya.
Elaine, Tucklebear. Morgan's all bark and no bite.
You want bites? You got it. And I'll throw in the bark for free. Whoa!
No.
Wow, Morgan, you're pretty handy with a sword.
Is that so? What else is she handy with?
Yeah! Arr.
Param, pam, 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 pam. Llena de dardos.
I'd better not distract him while he's making my tuna colada. He could slip up and add too much colada to my tuna.
Occupied.
Sorry.
Sa-
Don't actually have to hand it to her directly. Just get it into her hands.
pin-
Hey, darling,
What?
would you mind taking this?
Only if you don't mind taking this.
No tengo. Fuera no puedo salir, ¿no?
I'm not leaving until I serve Elaine with this summons.
Es que lo único. Ya me queda el usar por usar. No.
I'll just put this here for safekeeping.
Done! One Tri-Island Tuna Colada. Now I can get back to me darts.
Arr! Libations!
Ah, gimme.
Y esta sale. Quizás salta por la diana. Es que no me he fijado.
Hey, Krebs.
What do you want?
You're not still upset about the whole hideously...
Creo que sí.
It's nice to see one female pirate in this bar isn't a fight-crazed wackadoodle.
Oh, I am. I'm just loading up on carbs before joining the fight. Doesn't pay to have a sugar drop in the middle of one of these things, you know.
Hey, beautiful.
Stay away from Guybrush, you sea hog!
No, es la de Flay la que salta. Pero salta y se queda bastante lejos.
Hey, ladies.
What? Yeah! Arr!
Vamos a hacer lo último que queda, darle la última.
Can you make me one of these?
A Scab Island sling, eh? That'll be a snap.
Fine. I'll just be over...
Here you go. One Scab Island sling. Sweeter than a siren song and deadlier than a kraken's kiss.
That was fast.
Libations!
Ah, gimme.
Hey, ladies.
What?
You two fight like girls.
We kill like 'em too.
Arr!
Yikes. Elaine, Tucklebear. Morgan's all bark and no bite.
You want bite? You got it. And I'll throw in the bark for free. Whoa!
¡Epa!
Good for nothing words getting in the way of my killing.
Honey, you are formally summoned to appear before the court of Judge Grindstump in the case of the people of Flotsam versus Guybrush Threepwood, Mighty Pirate. TM.
Phew. Now I know who wears the daddy pants in the relationship.
You stay away from my boy's pants, or I'll hang you from my Jolly Roger, you Jezebel!
Pues vale.
And you, don't think you can totter around with some tart and not get a fistful of what?
She's a catch.
And conveniently not a rotten double-crosser.
I told you I had a job to do.
Sure, just doing your job. Tell me, aside from all the silver, how are the benefits?
Guybrush.
Do you get health care for the repetitive stress injuries caused by all the backstabbing and cutting off people's hands?
I said I was sorry.
Sorry? I can't pick my left nostril without risking a lobotomy.
What if I...
What if nothing? Goodbye, Morgan. I've got a wife to cure and an island to save.
Oh, pobre Morgan. Poco se la busca.
Mrs. Threepwood. Please tell the court how this horrible pox is all LeChuck's fault.
LeChuck? That stick in the mud wouldn't know a good pox if it kicked him in the fundament. Heck, there wouldn't even be a pox if you'd gone through with the voodoo lady's recipe properly. But no, you had to wave that root beer bottle around like some sort of conquering hero. Oh, look at me! I be Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate! Next thing I know, you're trying to replace root beer with root grog and bam! Pox all over the place. Not that I'm complaining, mind you.
Okay. Honey, why don't you please tell everyone how I've been trying to find a cure for the pox?
Don't you honey me, you two-timing cannon scrubber. I bet all this talk of looking for La Esponja Grande was all plot to spend time canoodling with your little privateering she-slag.
La Esponja Grande, yes, it's right over there, see?
Sure it is.
Could you give the court some idea of what a fine, upstanding pirate your husband is?
Well, let's see. When I first met him, he was breaking into my mansion to steal a statue. Later, after shanghaiing a crew to take him to Monkey Island, he totally failed to rescue me from the evil clutches of the ghost pirate LeChuck, so I had to dress up a couple of monkeys in a bridal gown.
This may have been a bad line of questioning.
Then he left me hanging over a pit while he went looking for the treasure of Big Whoop. I didn't hear from him for 3 years after that. Turned me into a bleeding statue. Left the seat up. Oh, and that's not even mentioning all the times I've found myself tied up, manacled, or otherwise incarcerated because of this blithering idiocy!
You're too good for him, love.
Save his
Fijaos
belly with a rusty razor.
que han obviado el cuarto. Realmente en el cuarto tampoco le haces mucho a la Elaine, pero...
Honey, why don't you please tell everyone how I've been trying to find a cure for the...
Don't you honey me, you
La Esponja...
Sure.
Sure.
Tendremos que cogerla, ¿no?
I'd like a second to think about my next move, Your Honor.
Make it fast! Your character witness is oozing all over my courtroom!
Your Honor, Buccaneers of Flotsam, you all believe that I, Guybrush Threepwood, Mighty Pirate, have brought this horrible pox to your shores.
Off with it,
Run him off the
Into
plank!
the jungle beast!
What if I were to tell you that I could tame this unruly witness, prove my good intentions, and begin the process of curing you all of this hideous voodoo pox, all in one fell swoop?
I don't know.
Into
Maybe.
the jungle beast!
Your Honor, I object. Defense is grasping at sponge-shaped straws here.
Denied! But get on with it, Captain. The hangman gets overtime if we keep him up after midnight.
With pleasure, Your Honor. Wenches and pirates, I give you Exhibit S, the wonder of La Esponja Grande.
I thought it'd be bigger.
Now behold, as a simple exfoliating motion of La Esponja Grande washes away the pox, restoring my wife to her usual, mostly pleasant demeanor.
Arr!
Sugar cakes?
Off with it, head!
Get that piece of seaweed off me, you deep-sea doily diver!
Does the
¿Por qué no
defense
va?
have any other pointless arguments it would like to make?
This is sort of all I got.
Then, by the power vested in me by the put-upon pirates of Flotsam Island, I summarily sentence you to be hanged by your pox-spreading neck until you are... right there.
What? Woof.
What is the meaning of this? My name is LeChuck, and I can tell you exactly what Guybrush did.
Chuck, I thought he was a ghost.
I heard he was a zombie.
Don't listen to him!
You see, Your Honor, the pox is all my fault.
Listen to him!
For decades, I dabbled in the dark forces of voodoo, clamoring for power. I hungered for it. I yearned for it. I pillaged, plundered, and killed for it.
I can attest to all of this.
And it was my accumulated voodoo that infected you all. Dark, evil voodoo that was explosively released when I was once again defeated by the perpetually heroic Guybrush Threepwood.
He's not kidding. I've killed him like 5 times.
So you see, Guybrush Threepwood is not the source of this pox. I am. And I hereby throw myself upon the mercy of this court, or lack thereof.
Off with your head!
But wait, there's more. It turns out I had an unknown silent power urging me down those darkened voodoo corridors. A power far more insidious than I could ever hope to be. I submit to the court this journal, property of the... Quiet up there! The Voodoo Lady.
Ooh, that creepy lady who lives in the shack?
What the what?
In these pages you will find detailed plans, laid out by the Voodoo Lady over the course of many years, to manipulate my never-ending rise to power. My hunger for voodoo, My seemingly endless cycle of ironically comical death and disturbing resurrection. My obsession with the darling Elaine. It's all because of her.
Off with her head!
To the jungle beast!
It can't be true, can it?
Order! Order! I hereby call for the release of Guybrush, Threepwood, and the immediate imprisonment of LeChuck and the
Hostia,
Voodoo
no me
Lady.
acordaba, no me
To the
acuerdo de
brig
esto.
with both of them!
Oh, I've had it up to me eye patch with all this land-loving lollygagging. I'm off to plunder me some treasure.
Don't worry about me, my friend. Go cure your wife.
Pero ahí está el anillo. Sí, estaba el anillo ahí.
Well, I'm finally free, but now my pox-crazed wife is nowhere to be found. A mad scientist is hunting her for who knows what reason, and the legendary voodoo sponge that was supposed to cure her has turned out to be useless. Under normal circumstances, I'd ask the voodoo lady for help, but she's sitting in the jail cell next to my archenemy, who may or may not be my best friend, after it's been revealed that she has been the secret power behind most of my travails over most of my life as a pirate. Maybe I should have been a beekeeper like my Uncle Sid. LeChuck!
Guybrush!
Where have you been? I thought you were with Elaine.
Well, after leaving Spinner Cay, Elaine and I set out to finish releasing all those monkeys I'd captured. After we were finished releasing the last of them, Elaine caught wind of your trial, went into a poxed rage, seized a passing clam schooner, and made a beeline for Flotsam Island.
That's my girl.
Needless to say, I took my own vessel and headed after her. But in the middle of the night, my ship was sunk by a rogue wave. I was washed up on an island of cannibals, from whom I deftly escaped, using many of the self-same skills you taught me back on the Jerkbait Islands.
You know, it's amazing how easily man-eating tribes can be reasoned with.
Knowing I needed to get here more than ever, I lashed together a few bits of cannibal leftovers and warthog sinew to build a makeshift raft. Unfortunately, that was soon eaten by the sharks.
Oh no!
So I swam. I swam as fast as I could for 3 days.
And arrived just in time to save me from the gallows. Nicely done, buddy. I would have bet my good hand I'd never say this, but thank you.
For what? I've caused you nothing but despair.
For taking the fall back there, and for exposing the voodoo lady. I don't know what to make of any of it, but now I can focus on saving Elaine and dealing with the pox.
It is the very least I could do. But be careful, Guybrush.
I'm always careful.
This from the guy who proposed to his wife with a cursed engagement ring you stole from my hold?
Is that a dig? Is the evil demon pirate LeChuck developing a sense of humor? This is weird.
A ver.
Kudos to your swim instructor.
I was fueled by the fire of our budding friendship.
Have you seen Elaine?
No, not since she left me in a poxed rage.
She's been doing a lot of that lately. I can't believe the voodoo lady has been pulling your ghostly / demonic strings all these years.
It came as a shock to me as well. But her diary spells it all out. You, me, Elaine, we're all part of the voodoo lady's malevolent plans.
Malevolence is in the eye of the beholder, Guybrush Threepwood. I know this is difficult to understand, but things are not as they seem.
No, things seem remarkably convoluted, which is what I've come to expect from you.
I've always had your best interests at heart.
Well, what about my interests? Without your meddling, I could have lived a normal, happy pirate's life.
Ha! The destiny of LeChuck has never been normal.
I risked life, limb, and manatee to get La Esponja Grande, and it's a puny, worthless lump.
What?
Soak up the gargantuan wonder that is La Esponja Grande.
That is La Esponja Grande? But wasn't it supposed to hold infinite amounts of voodoo?
I know. What a crock.
The size of the sponge is meaningless. It is what
Sí,
you
pero-
do with it that matters.
Oh, yeah?
Well,
you fight like a... Sit tight, buddy. Once I save Elaine, you're next. Don't worry about me.
Vamos a hablar con la señora del vudú porque no queda claro nada.
Hello, Threepwood.
You sent me on a wild albatross chase for La Esponja Grande and promised me it would cure the pox. But after fending off sexually ambiguous merpeople, a giant manatee, and your crazy ex-boyfriend, what do I get for my trouble? This. Sorry excuse for a kitchen sponge.
La curado.
Esponja.
Ah, I noticed you strategically left out the Grande from this worthless piece of junk. Once it cured my piddly leftover pox, it didn't have enough mojo left to cure Elaine.
It's not worthless. It is merely young. It must be brought to maturity in order to reach its voodoo-absorbing potential.
Brought to maturity? How am I supposed to do that? Give it a talk about the sponge birds and sponge bees?
Like all infants, La Esponja needs nourishment. It must be fed 6 special voodoo courses to bring it to adult size.
What sort of meal is that?
A feast for the senses. The menu, Threepwood. Take it, and serve the sponge a meal unlike any other.
And then?
It will grow.
Hey, neat. There's a map of the Flotsam Jungle on the cover. No more listening to bees and birds and boars for this mighty pirate.
Ooh.
Well, that's odd. It's like a whole new map now.
Pues sí. A ver, festín de los sentidos. Una fiesta vudú en 6 pruebas garantiza agrandar a a la bestia más pequeña. Primera prueba, pon una servilleta espectacular, un paño grotescamente brillante. Una vez completados, en orden. A ver. Guau, pero no sé cómo plegarlo esto,
I better fold this up before I put it in my pocket.
Luego me lo miraré. Ay, mira. Estatuillas. Estatuillas de estos dos.
Stan! Threepwood! No hard feelings over all those various civil and criminal charges?
Water under the bridge.
Great.
A bridge with a fast-talking shyster/salesman dangling from it. Still trying to make a buck on my recently cleared name?
Nah, I sold all that junk to that Doro sap. I've moved on to the next trial of the century. Flotsam Island versus LeChuck and the Voodoo Lady.
Yeah, how are sales going now?
Great! People can't get enough of the Voodoo Lady's murky moral ambiguity, mysterious unexplored backstory, and her ample...
La 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 la, I'm not listening, la la la.
...voodoo charms. And as for LeChuck, well, let's just say the lady pirates love a tale of redemption. The whole bad boy made good angle.
Ah. Have the Voodoo Lady and LeChuck been put on trial yet?
Have they? It's the trial of the century.
Wait, I thought I was the trial of the century.
Yesterday's news, Threepwood.
Vale.
What kind of souvenirs could you possibly be making out of the Voodoo Lady and LeChuck?
Oh, ye of little faith. Feast your eyes on the all-new People vs. LeChuck and the Voodoo Lady collection.
Ay, Dios, la pose de la...
What's this?
It's a little decorative pin I've whipped out.
Trial of the Century 2. Electric Voodoo.
We're still working on a title.
What's that one?
That's our Cursed Cutlass of Cthulhu LeChuck doll. Press the button for its special transforming glow.
What's happening?
It's a little bright.
Yeah, we're still working out a few kinks.
What's that?
It's my entrancing Voodoo Lady dashboard good luck charm.
Disturbing. On second thought,
Say no more.
I don't suppose you'd be willing to sell me your eye-bending jacket.
Give up my jacket? That'd be like Samson getting a buzz cut, or King Arthur losing Excalibur, or Bluebeard dyeing himself blonde.
Huh?
Without my jacket, my salesman mojo would wither away faster than a hothouse orchid in a pizza oven.
So that's a maybe? Have you seen my wife?
Have I? That crazy sea devil hit me up for one of my patented and perfectly passable porcelain power pirate treasure maps before hightailing it for the jungle. If we're lucky, that thing will keep her going around in circles for weeks.
Y aquí no pasó nada. Este brilla. ¿No ponía algo el mapa de brillar? Mira, un paño grotescamente brillante, pero es un paño. Tendremos que ir a la playa. Espera, déjame ir al club, por si acaso. Si hay algo nuevo.
Hey, WP. I told you I was innocent.
Well, bully for you! Meanwhile, we're still all poxed, there's a creepy voodoo priestess in my jail, and your wife's still threatening to sack our town. Truly, these are the best of times.
Looks like Ladies' Night has finally come to an end.
I'm thinking about canceling it in favor of something a wee bit safer. Like Ultimate Mumbly Pig Night or Amateur Tattoo Night.
Vale.
I don't need to use the facilities right now. Besides, that towel guy was a little creepy. Looks like Elaine and Morgan have made a dog's breakfast of your buffet.
What? That mess? Oh, pshaw, my boy! That's just the typical aftermath of our weekly ladies' night buffet table. Our lady pirates may be easy on the eyes, but heaven help you if you get between them and our bottomless salad bowl.
Yikes. Hey, Krebs.
What do you want?
Nada.
Hey, Krebs. Now that your case has been dismissed, care to join me in a little post-trial amicus curiae?
Was that a pickup line?
I don't know. My Latin's a little rusty. Bye.
Vale, aquí no hay nada nuevo. Ya no más alfombra roja.
Guess they decided to put the rug inside after it was cleaned. Ouch! Hey, you! Again!
Hello, Threepwood.
A ver.
You've been lying to me about LeChuck all these years.
My ways are my own, Guybrush, but rest assured I have never lied to you.
You're lying right now! All this time, I thought LeChuck was an inhuman monster. Actually, he was an inhuman monster, but only because you made him that way.
Did I? Or was I merely playing my role in a much larger play?
Stop trying to confuse me. We're tired of being puppets in your chess game.
This is no game, Threepwood.
About this feast for the senses,
What would you like to know?
the first course in the feast for the senses, the napkin. What's up with that?
The table must be set with an eye-catching napkin to entice the sponge's hunger.
The antipasta? Explain.
With the table set, a powerful aroma must encourage the appetite to grow.
I think my nose has been in shock since traversing the inside of a manatee.
I'm sure you will find something.
Can you tell me about the palate cleanser?
Before the main course, the palate must be scalded clean by a powerful taste.
Ooh, like grog?
No, not at all like grog.
It says here that Course 4, the main course, is the sixth sense. That doesn't even make sense.
Ah, but it does. For where the other 5 senses are limited to the finite experiences of the present, the sixth sense satiates the appetite for the infinite possibilities of the future.
Didn't know.
Future? How do I feed something the future?
You already hold the answer to that question.
What about the dessert? This is one hungry sponge.
Ah, what is your favorite thing about dessert, Guybrush?
Running out before the check arrives?
No, it is the pleasurable shock of something different.
Ah.
He leído todas.
It says the feast for the senses ends with a bellowing belch.
Do not worry about this. If you provide La Esponja the first 5 courses, the location of the final course will undoubtedly reveal itself.
Ah, my favorite type of responsibility. The one that takes care of itself. Alright, enough about the feast for now.
Vale.
I met Coronado de Cava.
My beloved. How was he?
Loco.
Mad. Bipolar. Life ruined. Just another pawn sacrificed in your theater of the damned.
I never meant to cause him harm.
Sure you didn't. Come on, admit it. You were manipulating Coronado.
Coronado was never touched by my voodoo, even though he sometimes begged to be.
I'm not sure we're talking about the same thing anymore, so I'll just shut up. So, when I was with DeCava, you might have felt something strange happen.
Ah, you are no doubt alluding to your brief possession of my physical form.
Ha! How did it feel to be the Manipulate Ted instead of the Manipulator for once?
It was curiously liberating.
You're weird. Have you seen Elaine? Of course, even if you have, I won't believe you.
So whether I have or have not does not matter.
Well, if you do, tell LeChuck and then have him tell me.
Vale.
Try not to get executed before I cure Elaine.
As you wish.
Doy una vuelta. Salgo por el otro lado ya que estoy.
What was that? Huh. Something sure shoved a short sword up his aft sail.
Vamos a mirar. A lo mejor está la Elaine.
What the? Morgan!
What the fuck?
What happened?
Went to get your hand.
You didn't have to do that.
Had to pay you back for all the trouble. Found Jacques. He told me.
What?
He told me.
What? What did the monkey tell you?
Ay, pobre Leflé. Ahí.
Singe.
Qué oscuro se ha vuelto esto, ¿no? Se ha tornado muy oscuro. No me acuerdo de esto. Pero para nada.
Singe will pay for this. This must have been broken in the fight between Morgan and Singe. I hope the Vole escaped. Darn, no more bananas. Curse you, banana god. Vampiridae flotsimus sucrosus, the flotsam jungle firefly, are a common sight in Flotsam's jungles, which they never leave. Although possessing no natural enemies, the Flotsimus sucrosus has a notorious sweet tooth, drawing it inexorably to bodies of sugar water. Vampiridae flotsimus sucrosus, the flotsam, although possessing no
Tenemos azúcar, ¿no?
It looks like Desinge is using my hand to make something called the jus de vie. Did Desinge murder you too? Did Desinge murder you too? Lepidoptera flotsamus accelerus. Like many of its more common cousins, the sharp-toothed Flotsam Island moth has a penchant for noshing on articles of clothing. Where Flotsamus accelerus differs is in the pain of its bites, which can be quite annoying, and the rapidity of its meals. A swarm of flotsam moths can strip a man down to his undergarments in mere seconds, assuming the notoriously finicky moths approve of his wardrobe, of course.
Bueno, pues tenemos ahí dos cosas.
Auto trepanation helmet. Ow! What? My thumb!
Ay, Dios.
God, blah. That's really wedged in there.
Vale.
It's locked. It's broken. It'd take a 7-year correspondence course in mad sciencing before I'd even have a hope of fixing that thing.
Vale, pero en principio...
The Vacalian wind control device? What is that creep doing with it now?
Úseles. Vale, ahí no hay pistas de nada. No, no sé la isla. O sea, la... Vamos a la entrada de la jungla. Abrimos el mapa. Sí, pero es que no tío.
$18, $19, $20, and X marks the... Grr. When I get me hands on that plaid-coated scallywag, I'm gonna rip off his waving arms and beat him to a briny pulp with them.
Coño, este.
What are you looking at?
The secret to eternal life. Le spectre de Grand César!
Doesn't look like Elaine's in any immediate danger. Hopefully she won't commit any unforgivable atrocities before I finish enlarging my pox-curing sponge.
Dele pista libre. A pesar de los repetidos esfuerzos por usar carnada para seguirla, las huellas de la bestia siguen distinguibles en el suelo de la jungla. Si la bestia dejara tan brillantes como hermosas luciérnagas de Flosma. Vale. A ver, esto me dice que si voy por ahí, tal como está el mapa ahora. Vale.
I better fold this up before I put it in my pocket.
Quiero... Voy a intentar hacer una línea recta, que todo esté unido. Vale, ahora todo está unido, ¿no? Por ejemplo, para ir a la esta... Hostia, es que no tengo ni idea. Ahora estoy aquí. Eso no me lleva a ningún lado. Vale. Si voy por ahí. ¿Por qué vuelves?
That's weird. Trail didn't go anywhere.
A ver, ahora... Está configurado así el mapa, ¿no? Si me voy por aquí... Y por allá. Ah, claro, mira. No lleva a ningún lado. Sí, sí, sí.
That's weird. This whole idol is under one of Crimp Digit's unbreakable glass bottles.
Vale, y si me voy para abajo, me voy al verde. Y si me voy para arriba...
I wonder who put this idol under glass, and why?
Y ahí falta uno.
I wonder who put this idol under glass, and why?
Vale. Vamos a ir aquí.
It looks like the old Vacalian wind control device has been set to suck again. But what's that tubing around its fingers all about? Looks like someone's been messing with the Vacalian wind control device. And by someone, I mean the Marquis de Singe. And by the Marquis de Singe, I mean the incredible pain in my fundament.
Ah, había una
I wonder who put this
interrogante.
idol under glass, and why?
Vale. Es que acabo de darme cuenta. Ah, pero vamos a hacer una cosa. Vale. No. Vale. Cuando esté en el rojo, vuelvo a cambiar el mapa. Es la única pista que tengo. Tal que así. Cofre cerrado.
It's the mysterious chest of foreshadowing from the Voodoo Lady's shack. Who knows what sort of useful voodoo bric-a-brac lurk in its locked timbers? Even more importantly, how am I going to unlock it to find out?
Pues como ves todo.
Let's see, what do I have now that I didn't have the last time I tried to open this chest? Ow! Stupid hook! Oh, it can't be that easy. The Voodoo Lady's tarot cards? That's it? I bent the fabric of reality for a stupid fortune teller's trick?
Hostia.
Okay, that's a pretty good trick.
Sexto sentido.
It's been done. It's been done.
Vale.
Looks like there's a few cards missing, but I'm sure there's enough precognitive mojo in these babies to count as a Sixth Sense course.
A ver, de aquí tenemos que salir. Y si voy a la choza de la...
What in the name of Bluebeard's hair dye?
Hey, no poaching. I have called dibs.
I think I may be lost. Shouldn't there be a creepy voodoo shack right about there?
There was, until they came to arrest that pox-spreading voodoo lady.
What happened?
First came the flames. Poor Senor Nipperkin went up like St. Elmo's fire. Then she emerged from the conflagration, mumbling ancient curses with every regal step. I never forget the baleful stare she fixed me with as she was led away. A look condemning me to a lifetime of suffering, shame, and regret.
Spooky.
And if that wasn't bad enough, I haven't found one bit of cool voodoo stuff in the wreckage. Come on!
Mob justice can be so unfair. Even when it's burned to the ground, the Voodoo Lady's shack is still creepy. Looks like the light of the shack's embers has attracted a swarm of jungle moths. That probably explains what happened to the Voodoo Lady's rug.
Vale, esto también brilla.
What a shame. That rug really tied the shack together. I'd better keep away from them, or they'll strip me naked faster than you can say MA rating.
Pues... creo que lo iré dejando por aquí. Porque estoy Estoy un pelín perdido. Y es tarde, la verdad. Tenía que haber empezado más pronto, pero bueno.
Stan's Courtroom Souvenir Emporium? What happened to the Keel Holler
Se
Gazette
llama un
office?
montón de cosas que
Keel
brillan.
Holler? That's old news, Threepwood. Get it? Old news? The whole Keel Holler operation was bought out and shut down by those bigwigs at the Flotsam Times weeks ago.
Oh, I bet Davy Nipperkin didn't like that.
Are you kidding? Old Nipperkin made out like a bandit. I heard he's getting ready to retire on his share of the sale.
Snazzy. I still don't know what the 41 stands for, though. Guess they decided to put the rug inside after it was cleaned.
Y esto ya no me dice nada, ¿no?
Hey, WP. Morgan Le Fay's been murdered by the Marquis de Singe.
Oh my, that is troubling. She was well on her way to becoming one of me best customers.
Weren't you gonna do something?
Oh, I'm sorry, lad, but I preside over a pirate court, meting out justice exclusively for pirate-on-pirate crimes. This sounds like a case of mad scientist on privateer violence. Totally out of my jurisdiction, you see. I think there may be a court in the lower mandibles that handles such affairs, along with ninja and clown crimes, but they only convene every second Thursday.
A ver. Déjame verlas. A ver, antepasta de carne de la jungla. Creo que la tercera prueba sé cómo hacerla. A usar el mapa, vale. Ah, o esta. Esta ha dicho que se hace sola. Tengo que buscar una servilleta espectacular. He venido aquí porque...
I better fold this up before I put it in my pocket.
O sea, el mapa solo eres para una.
La Esponja Grande is only good for soaking up voodoo, like the pox. Ouch!
Ah, o este debe ser el shock. ¿Y ahora por qué no brilla ese?
Stan.
Guybrush, old pal.
Can I take another look at your voodoo lady and LeChuck Goo Gaws?
Can't keep your eyes off him, huh?
What's happening?
On second thought.
Say no more.
Pero luego... brilla, pero no... Estoy perdido, ¿eh? Voy perdido. Doy por supuesto que las 6 pruebas se tienen que hacer por aquí.
How about some more of those volcano shots?
Sorry, one per customer.
Ey, esto no estaba antes.
Fugu Jalokia. Seems pretty harmless. Are you pirate enough to take the Fugu Jalokia challenge? Hey, WP. Tell me about this Fugu Jalokia challenge.
Ah, a connoisseur of peculiar culinary delights, are we?
Yes?
Then you surely have heard of the Fugu Jalokia, the hottest pepper in this world or the next.
Oh, that Fugu Jalokia.
I acquired that specimen of the Fugu pepper many years ago from a three-legged bandit named Ort, winning it from him when I was able to place me tongue on the pepper for 10 entire seconds.
How eccentric.
Since that tongue-destroying day, I vowed to pass on the pepper to the first pirate who can successfully put his tongue on the Fugu Jalokia for 11 seconds.
Okay, Pepper, prepare to meet your master. Okay, mental note. The Fugu Jalokia is hot to the touch, too.
Bueno, lo podemos coger con el garfio. Vamos a hacer una cosa.
Ouch!
Espera. Pam, 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 pam. Ya voy a acabar, Pero quiero probar una cosa.
Hey, WP. I'd like to take the Fugu Jalokia challenge.
I thought you looked like a man of gastronomic adventure.
Whoopee!
Whenever you're ready, lad.
Ouch!
Por aquí.
What the? What happened to Morgan's body? Ow! What? My thumb!
Y ahora espero que no se me pase el... Es que ha dicho que uno mantuvo el récord de 11 segundos con la lengua puesta ahí. ¿Le doy con el garfio?
bust my balustrades. Well done, Captain Threepwood. You've conquered the Fugu Jalokia and have won the right to keep it as your own.
A clean living and a healthy
Ay, Dios.
I probably got permanent colossal damage, but it was totally worth it to get my hook on that pepper. Ouch!
No he visto ningún... Y en la corte no podemos entrar, ¿no?
Hugo! Oh,
Can I go back in? I think I left several...
Court is adjourned until the new defendants prepare.
Nada. Esto no va a decir nada.
You again.
Hello, Threepwood.
Lo voy a dejar para mañana.
You corrupt.
I don't require your trust, Threepwood. Only...
Your hut is nothing more than a smoldering pile of rubble.
Yes, a destruction of my own doing.
But you had so much neat stuff. The chest of foreshadowing, your creepy rug, all those skulls, that mysterious machine in the corner that didn't do anything.
The objects of utmost importance were taken care of, stored away in a safe place.
Where?
You have the knowledge of its whereabouts with you right now. You must know how, not where, to look.
Couldn't you just tell me directly?
I would, but the walls have ears.
Eyes. They have eyes.
Y el Chuck no va a decir nada.
So, Miss Spooky Pants gave me this menu which will supposedly put more grande in my esponja.
Excellent.
You wanna put some of your newfound deductive reasoning to the test and help me figure out what I need for the menu?
I'd give my beard to be able to help you, but I'm afraid my pirate mind is not fit for such things.
Which explains why after all these years you still allowed me to get within a nautical mile of you with a bottle of voodoo root beer.
Vamos.
Sit tight, buddy. Once I save Elaine, you're next.
Don't worry about me.
Mañana doy una vuelta por la selva para ver qué tenemos. Es que tampoco me he fijado en la... Ay, no puedo dar la vuelta por aquí. Mañana volveremos, ¿eh? A ver, vamos a hacer... Socorro. Está todo unido, ¿no? Lo que me interesa. Ah, no, sí, he ido casi todo. Lo único que no he ido ha sido al... al calendario, que es para arriba.
Now that I know a little bit more about the Vacalians, it appears that we're nearing the end of the Year of the Fish and approaching the dawn of the Year of the Slightly Bigger Fish.
Si no hay nada.
I wonder what keeps this thing lit.
Ah, las luciérnagas, ¿no? Quizás. Mira los cierneguitas.
Jungle fireflies, nature's little spotlights. That doesn't need to be illuminated. La Esponja Grande is only good for soaking up voodoo, like the pox. Nope.
Ya un poco desesperada. Pues no, pensaba que había alguna cosilla más por aquí, pero parece que no va a ser el caso. Lo voy a dejar, pues no estoy avanzando nada y no. No sé aquí. No. Voy a dejarlo porque no. Bueno, las luciérnagas siguen aquí. No, quería venir al calendario más que nada. En el altar tampoco hay nada. Es que no hay nada en toda la jungla.
Bet that's the sacrificial altar of the jungle beast that Hemlock was rambling about.
No sé. Lo dejaré por aquí. Dejarme guardar. Me sabe mal, porque no quería dejar un capítulo así nuevo. O sea... Save game. Pues sí, lo voy a dejar por aquí porque si no se va a hacer muy tarde. Mañana continuaremos. Mañana continuaremos. Intentaré. Es que si hubiera empezado antes. Ay, la pereza que me ha dado venir antes. Si hubiera empezado una hora antes, ahora tendría una hora más para divagar. Pero bueno, mañana continuaremos. No hay problema. Lo que voy un poco justo de tiempo, pero bueno. Ya sabéis que el día 30 sale el 9.1 y quería hacer full y quería terminar esto antes del 9.1. Mañana tendré que darme un poco de caña. Lo dicho, nos vemos mañana. Intentaré a las 10 en punto para hacerlo un poco más así. Y nada, nos vemos y a disfrutar, chicos. Voy a hacer una pequeña raid, ¿no? Ya que estamos, a ver. ¿Quién hay para hacer raid? Este no está. Y no hay nadie. No hay nadie para hacerle una raid decente, la verdad. Lo dicho. Nos vemos mañana y como siempre, a disfrutar, chicos.